Best wishes everyone. This is Vanapalli Harshiki studying PharmD. Today our topic is cell cycle. Cell division is a very important process in all living organisms. During the division of a cell, DNA replication and cell growth also take place. All these processes, that is cell division, DNA replication and cell growth, hence have to take place in a coordinated way to ensure correct division and formation of progeny cells containing intact genomes. The sequence of events by which a cell duplicates its genome, synthesizes the other constituents of the cell, and eventually divides into two daughter cells is termed as cell cycle. A typical eukaryotic cell cycle is illustrated by human cells. These cells divide once in approximately every 24 hours. However, this duration of cell cycle can vary from organism to organism and also from cell type to cell type. Yeast, for example, can progress through the cell cycle in about 90 minutes. Many damaged, dead, and worn out cells can be replaced by growth and division of other similar cells. The frequency with which cell division occurs varies with different types of tissue. This is normally carefully regulated to allow effective maintenance and repair of body tissues. At the end of their natural lifespan, aging cells are programmed to self destruct and their components are removed by phagocytosis, a process known as apoptosis. The cells with nuclei have 46 chromosomes and divide by mitosis, a process that results in two new genetically identical daughter cells. The only exemption to this is the formation of gametes, that is, ova and spermatozoa, which takes place by meiosis. The period between two cell divisions is known as the cell cycle, which has two phases that can be seen on light microscopy, that is mitosis M phase and interphase. Coming to interphase, this is the longer phase and three separate stages are recognized. First phase, G1 phase, the cell grows in size and volume. This is usually the longest phase and most variable in length. Sometimes cells do not continue round the cell cycle but enters a resting phase, that is G0. During this time, cells carry out their specific functions. Example, secretion, absorption, etc. Coming to second phase, synthesis of DNA, that is S phase. The chromosomes replicate forming two identical copies of DNA. Therefore, following the S phase, the cell now has 92 chromosomes, that is enough DNA for two cells, and is nearly ready to divide by mitosis. The third phase is second gap phase, G2. There is further growth and preparation for cell division. The mitosis. Coming to mitosis M phase, this is a continuous process involving four distinct stages visible by light microscopy. In this, we have four phases, that is 1. Prophase. Coming to the prophase, during this stage, the replicated chromatin becomes tightly coiled and easier to see under the microscope. Each of the original 46 chromosomes is paired with its copy in a double chromosome unit. The two chromatids are joined to each other at the centromere. The mitotic apparatus appears. This consists of two centrioles separated by the mitotic spindle, which is formed from microtubules. The centrioles migrate one to each end of the cell and the nuclear envelope disappears. Cells at the end of prophase, when viewed under microscope, do not show Golgi complexes, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleolus, and the nuclear envelope. Coming to metaphase, the complete disintegration of the nuclear envelope marks the start of the second phase of mitosis. Hence, the chromosomes are spread through the cytoplasm of the cell. By this stage, condensation of chromosomes is completed and they can be observed clearly under the microscope. This then is the stage at which morphology of chromosomes is most easily studied. At this stage, metaphase, spindle fibers attach to the kinetochores of the chromosomes, and chromosomes are moved to spindle equator and get aligned along metaphase plate through spindle fibers to both poles. Coming to anaphase, the centromeres separate and one of each pair of sister chromatids migrate to each end of the spindle as the microtubules that form the mitotic spindle contract. The centromeres split and chromatids separate. Chromatids move to opposite poles. Coming to the telophase, at the beginning of the final stage of the mitosis, that is telophase, the chromosomes that have reached their respective poles decondense and lose their individuality. The individual chromosomes can no longer be seen and chromatin material tends to collect in a mass in the two poles. This is the stage which shows the following key events. Chromosomes cluster at opposite spindle poles and their identity is lost as discrete elements. Nuclear envelope assembles around the chromosome clusters and nucleolus, Golgi complex and endoplasmic reticulum reform. And coming to the cytokinesis, mitosis accomplishes not only the segregation of duplicated chromosomes into daughter nuclei, but the cell itself is divided into two daughter cells by a separate process called cytokinesis, at the end of which cell division is complete. In an animal cell, this is achieved by the appearance of a furrow in the plasma membrane. The furrow gradually deepens and ultimately joins in the center, dividing the cell cytoplasm into two. In some organisms, karyokinesis is not followed by cytokinesis, as a result of which multinucleated condition arises leading to formation of syncytium. Example, liquid endosperm in coconut. If you like the video, like, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Next topic will be on tissues and their types.